Let's take you back now to our breaking news story. Visuals there from Hyde Park. That's where the son of former Zimbabwean president has allegedly shot a gardener. The victim is in a critical condition in hospital, as we understand it. A lot of activity there. SABC News reporter Chriselda Lewis is on the scene and joins us live. Chriselda, if you can hear me, just speak to us about the visuals that we are currently hearing now. Of course, earlier on, you had told us about the shooting supposedly taking place at that house in Hyde Park. Just walk us through what is the latest. All right, we understand that at the moment she cannot hear us, but we'll definitely speak to Chriselda. But what we are seeing there are, of course, police, members of the SAPS who had been there for the better part of the day following that distress call. Now, earlier on, of course, speaking to the SABC, a man identifying himself only as Batista, saying that he is part of the family's private security team, said he arrived or received rather a call earlier requesting assistance. Let's see if we can listen to that briefing that's currently being held.
Now they've been taken in for questioning. As far as an arrest is concerned, that is something that will be taken after they have been questioned.
Okay, is the reason why you're not arresting them because you have not been able to locate the gun?
We have not been able to locate the gun, and currently we also do have our members that are at the local hospital to also take the statement of the witness. So taking it from there, the investigation will unfold from there.
I'm very curious as well about the state of the alleged suspects involved in this that has been taken into questioning. There are some allegations that there may be allegedly some abuse of substances, or that they may be not cooperating necessarily with police because they are under the influence. Any truth to these reports?
Unfortunately, I cannot confirm that, but what I can say is that the suspects have been taken in. They are not injured. They don't have any injuries. They've been taken in. They are not suspects at the moment, but just people of interest, and they've been taken in for questioning. As I've already indicated, that taken from the statements that will be taken, the investigation will unfold from there.
And if the police are not able to locate the of this case,
Right, we do apologize for that poor audio, but what you're seeing there now are the police addressing members of the media who've been stationed outside that Hyde Park home. Now, that's where the
two individuals who've just been taken in these vehicles, police vehicles, are being taken in for questioning at the stage. They've not yet been arrested. If you could look at me, please.
Yes, they have been taken in for questioning at the moment. Like I have said, from the questioning and taking of the statements from the witness and the victim, the investigation will unfold from there.
You've not yet been able to locate the gun at the stage. You took in sniffer dogs. That confirmation as well?
Yes, we have not been able to get the firearm, but we are still looking into it.
So it's correct to say that at this stage, nobody has been arrested?
Yes.
So why were they in handcuffs?
No, they are just being taken in for, they were not in handcuffs.
They were in handcuffs, they were?
Yes, we were just securing them so that they can cooperate with the police.
So you say they have been uncooperative, because this is the reports that we've also been getting on the ground.
I can say that towards the end they were uncooperative, because if they were cooperative they would have told us where is the firearm, but they are not telling us where the firearm. But we do have a victim that has been shot, so it states that the person, it clearly shows that there is someone who has been shot, but where is the firearm that shot the person?
So when
and there were only 3 people in this house at that time, so that's why those 2 people that were in the house, they are taken in for questioning. And like I said, from the questioning that we'll be doing and the statements that will be taken from the witnesses and from the victim, the investigation will unfold from there.
So when you asked them where the gun is, what did they say to you, especially at the end, because they were not cooperating?
They haven't told us where the gun is. They are not saying anything about the gun. But like I said, they've been taken in, and that will form part of the investigation.
Could I ask a question around, if somebody has been shot on a property and has been rushed to hospital and is in critical condition, and there are only 3 people, 2 of which could have allegedly possibly been involved in the shooting, why are they not being arrested and there's a gun missing? Why are you deciding to take them in for questioning and not arresting them?
Let us not jump the gun. Like I said, we cannot definitely say who shot and where is the firearm. Like I said, if you remember initially when I reported, I said our members, the police members, they were patrolling around the area. When they were called by a security official to say there's someone who has been shot, so we don't know who shot and who did the shooting and where is the firearm. Hence, we are taking them for questioning. And from our questioning, that's where we will take it from.
And Dimakatso, I think perhaps maybe if you could also just paint a picture. We understand that the victim is in critical condition, but we understand that was there an altercation prior to this?
In terms of that, according to the information that we received, it was that the victim is an employee of this particular resident, is a gardener, and apparently he did not come to work for some time, and there was an altercation regarding that. So that is what we are getting. So it will also form part of the investigation. Like I said, let us not jump into conclusion and say this the circumstances or not. Let us let our police officials do their work and do the groundwork. Then we'll take it from there.
Colonel Dimakatso, sorry, Heidi. Colonel Dimakatso, is there anything that you have? Is there anything that you have seized from inside the house? Yes, you're looking for the gun, but is there anything else you've seized inside the house?
Yes, like you have seen, our council management was also in the same. We did take some cartridges. We did find some cartridges in the house, and we took them. Unfortunately, at the stage I cannot confirm. I didn't check the number in terms of how many did we get, but there is some cartridges that we found in the house. Our LCRC took them. They will also form part of the investigation.
Any indication in terms of how many shots were fired? Yes, you've got cartridges, but your preliminary investigations, Colonel. Thanks.
I can only confirm that the victim was shot once, only sustained one gunshot, but unfortunately as to how many were fired, I cannot confirm that.
And cartridges that you found, no,
Yes,
nothing else?
just cartridges that we found.
Does it point to perhaps maybe if you only found cartridges, there's a gun that is missing? Not. I know you said we shouldn't jump the gun, excuse the pun, but would you part of investigations form part of a crime scene that might have been quickly tampered with? You've not found what you're looking for. You've only found cartridges. Where are the what do you call those? The bullet casings. You're not talking about bullet casings, Colonel.
Like I said, let us not jump the gun. Excuse the pun. Let us just let our police officials, the team that has been formed, to investigate and do their groundwork. And should there be anything that we get...
But surely, Colonel, you would not rule out the possibility of also investigating that the scene may have quickly been tampered with,
yes,
because...
We cannot rule that out. The gun has not been found. So obviously we cannot rule that one out because the gun cannot be found. So definitely there might be a third hand that is involved that knows where the gun is. But that is something that we are looking at in terms of our investigation.
I have a very important question that I need clarity on. Around the tampering of the scene, is there anything else that could potentially lead to whether or not the gun was removed off the scene, like a vehicle or anything like that? Are you investigating anything like that?
Like I said, I cannot get into details of the investigation, but we are looking at the circumstances of what led and where is the firearm and how can we locate it. Those are the things that we are looking at as the police investigation unfolds.
And Dimakatso, just very quickly, given the high profile of this individual that's been taken in for questioning, is there a possibility of preferential treatment here? I mean, we also heard that at some point there was a little bit of difficulty for police to even enter the premises.
Like I said, our police will be doing their job. Like any other case, the case will be investigated. There won't be any preferential treatment, and the investigation will unfold as per procedure.
Regarding the identity of the two men that have been brought in for questioning, can you disclose it and why not?
Unfortunately, as per procedure, we don't disclose names of people who have been taken in for questioning or any suspects that have not been brought before court. That is the procedure.
Are they South African citizens?
No, they are not South African citizens.
And so you'll let us know if they will be appearing, whether or not
I will definitely, should there be an arrest, I will definitely issue out an update as per the norm, and then the journalists will know and the public at large will also know what is happening, and update will be given.
Colonel Dimakatso from the South African Police Service giving us the latest update. What we can confirm at this particular stage is that no one has been arrested. The police are telling us, as we, Colonel, if you could see one of the vehicles that was also inside the house here now being removed.
individuals have been taken
now also being removed from the scene. And this is quite an active scene from right here behind me. The police confirming that no one has been arrested. The two individuals who we know, one of them is the son of the late former president of Zimbabwe, Robert Mugabe, is one of the suspects who's been taken in. They've been taken to the Bramley police station and they are taken in for questioning. Colonel Silo, just a second. Colonel Silo, you did indicate that we are live at the moment. You did, yeah. Sorry, I said Colonel Silo, Colonel Dimakatso. Colonel, the attempted, do those charges still stand? The attempted
murder still stands. It's still going to be attempted murder. The victim is still alive.
I wanted that confirmation. Thank you very much indeed. So police confirming that the two suspects that have now been taken in for questioning, not have been arrested, are still facing those attempted murder charges. They have been taken to the Bramley police station. Police confirming that they have not yet found the gun which was used to shoot the gardener. We do understand that there was an altercation a little bit earlier on, an altercation that took place between allegedly these two suspects, one of them being former President Robert Mugabe's son, and subsequently those shots then rang out. We understand that the victim had run from these gates that you see. Bulelani, my colleague, if you could just kindly, the shots are coming from that particular direction, and you having the victim running through these gates here behind me, having fallen not too far from where I am here at the moment. Police also confirming that they've been taken in for questioning. We also asked whether there was any investigation at this particular stage into any tampering of the scene, because an incident took place here. Someone has indeed been shot. We do understand the gardener is in a critical condition, and the gun has not yet been found. We asked police whether they're investigating the possibility whether the scene itself had been tampered with, and they're indicating to us that they're not ruling that out at all, because the gun that was used in this incident has not yet been found. If they found anything else, they did say they found some of the cartridges. Some cartridges were found, but no bullet casings as well. So investigations and questions, I guess, further into this about whether the scene had quickly been tampered with before any of the law enforcement agencies had arrived here. Police say they are investigating that at the moment, but the breaking news is that the son of the late former president of Zimbabwe, Robert Mugabe, has been taken to the Bramley police station together with another suspect. They have not been arrested. They've been taken in for questioning at this particular point. They're facing charges of attempted murder. Cartridges have been seized from here, but the gun has not yet been found. Police also not talking to us about finding any of the bullet casings either.
All right, Chriselda Lewis monitoring those developments for us. Thank you so much for that.